And welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing Atlas 2, Pachuca 0, 2-0 in the first leg of the Liga MX 2022 Clausura final. Atlas look like they let Pachuca stay alive going to Estadio Hidalgo on Sunday, but a late goal on a horrible defensive miscue by Pachuca may have just driven the tie into the hands of Atlas. They still have a chance. It's not completely over, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how the second leg goes. It's not completely over yet, but it could easily be over. Goals were scored as follows in the 26th minute. Luis Reyes' ball crossed in, and a great header to the near post by Reyes, past Ustadi, easy as you like. 1-0 Atlas, and that's the way it would go into halftime. Pachuca dominated early on. Atlas in the second half of the first half. They dominate, can't get more than one goal. But in the 90-plus third minute, Pachuca throwing everything at Camilo Vargas in the Atlas goal. Give away the ball. And Julian Quinones makes a big run and jukes out a couple of Pachuca defenders out of their jock. And he shoots past, has a solo run, shoots past Ustadi to make it 2-0. Easy as you like to shut down the match and give them a 2-0 lead going to Estadio Hidalgo for the second leg. Full-time 2-0, 2-0, Atlas. Stats are as follows: 13 shots to 18, 4 shots on goal to 5, 41% possession to 59% possession, 294 passes to 432 passes, 65% pass accuracy to 79% pass accuracy, 15 fouls to 10, 2 offside to 0, 3 yellow cards to 2, 0 red cards to 0, and 4 corners to 7. For me, Atlas only really dominated for 25 minutes of this match. Mostly just defended in this game. And sat back and absorbed the pressure and defended the ball out. They did not do much of offensive play after they got the first goal and just sat back. And of course they dominated the last 20 minutes of the first half after they got the goal. But once they were in the game, or once they were in the lead in the second half, they step back, they sit back, and just say, okay, we have this. We have the game in our hands. They have a chance to come back and tie it up. But if we get anything on the break, we'll get it. And that's basically Atlas's MO, and it didn't bite them in the ass. Defensively, we're the better team. They were the more dominant team defensively. And Camilo Vargas, well, I saw the light. People say he's the best goalkeeper in CONCACAF. Well, he is. He is. He stood on his head. If it wasn't him, Pachuca probably would have scored. Probably tied the game up, and it probably would have ended 1-1. They deserved a draw the way they played and dominating most of the match. Problem here is Camilo Vargas stands on his head. Amazing goalkeeper. Just an amazing performance. Makes all the saves that he needs to make if his defense can't handle it. Was tested a good couple of times and just covers the whole net. Dude's a black hole. Dude's a vacuum. Honestly, Pachuca got goalied, to be honest. They got goalied. And then they got hit on the break. But Pachuca got goalied. They dominated most of this match. And they got goalied, especially in the second half. You say, if you watch hockey, which probably depends on where you're watching this from, you watched hockey, you know what being goalied is in the playoffs or in a regular season game. This was the football version of that. Camilo Vargas goalied Pachuca. They just couldn't get anything past him. And honestly, this whole playoffs has just been him goalying people. Seriously. Like, I would say 2021's Liguilla run was more offensive. This one is doing what they gotta do and then just goaling everywhere else. I think it's a little bit more sustainable, so to speak, for Atlas. It's a little bit more sustainable is the fact that they could easily just goalie people and score goals when they need. And if they're clinical, they'll win more times than not. I think it's a little bit different. Which, ironically enough, they're defending their title here instead of trying to go for their first title in 70 years. When it came to this run here defending their title. So, ironically enough, they are defending their title, so to speak. They're defending and doing what they have to do to defend, but other than that, I wouldn't say that Atlas are more offensive compared to their first playoff run, the first championship run of the Bicampeonato, first leg of the Bicampeonato, and they're still on track for it. But Camilo Vargas is the best goalkeeper in CONCACAF. I've seen the light. He is. I like Andre Blake, don't get me wrong, but Vargas is the best goalkeeper in CONCACAF. The way he's been playing right now. He is. Point blank period. He is the best goalkeeper in CONCACAF right now. I don't think you could argue it. I've seen the light. I've seen the light. Pachuca, on the other hand, dominant offensively, defensively. They're softer than Swiss cheese. They have more holes than Swiss cheese. That was horrible defensively by Pachuca. Seriously. They let in one header goal that's pretty much undefended, and then they get freaking juked out of their jock on that last goal. Defensively, that's what ruined them. Offensively, if they're letting them hold the ball, they held it. But the one time they go for a counter-attacking goal, they're pretty much like, okay, we'll let you juke us out of our jock. What happened there? Right? That was horrible. Pachuca may have that could be the moment where they threw the tie away. Now, let's remember, they beat America 3-0 at Hidalgo in the second leg of the semis. Okay, they could do that again. They could. And if they do, they would win outright. But you put yourself in a position where you have to have another match like that America match at home. And at least then, all you had to do in that semifinal was draw. And you would have went through on seeding. Here, you have to win 3-0. And you can't let Atlas score, because then you would go to extra time and possibly a penalty shootout. You're basically saying you have to make another performance like that America performance. And they probably wasted it on a time where all they had to do was just defend and sit back. Defend, sit back, and draw. If they do what they need to do against America, against Atlas, and basically do it at the wrong time, which I'm sure they'll try to have a performance like they did against America, but I don't know if you could do that 2 home games in a row. Right? I don't know. The way they played here, they played pretty well at Azteca. Here they didn't. Yeah, they dominated on the ball, but defensively, I don't know how they pulled that off against America. That was not the same team that I saw throughout that America tie. This Pachuca tonight was not. And I don't know if they'll be that way on the weekend. This was not good. Dominating offensively doesn't mean you're going to dominate defensively or have a run like that. You got to basically have a perfect match on the second leg if you want to win this and stop Atlas from getting Bicampeonato. What do you think you're going to do? I don't know if they do it. I think Atlas have not wrapped up the title, but they got one hand on the Bicampeonato. And to be honest, I think it's going to go their way on Sunday. But it's not completely out of reach for Pachuca, so that's good for their sake. And good for my sake as well with the watch along and all that. But we'll see how exactly it goes on Sunday. Maybe we see something crazy. I don't know. But that's what I thought. Atlas, man of the match. Atlas defensively dominated. That's all they needed to do with 2 breakaways, pretty much. Man of the match, Camilo Vargas. Best goalkeeper in CONCACAF, stood on his head. There's a reason that Atlas won. Everything that he needed to save, he saved. Everything that he didn't need to save, the defense took care of. But when he needed to make a save, he was there. Man of the match, Camilo Vargas for Atlas. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that big red bell notification once you subscribed. Send a super chat on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share it with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you on Saturday. Friday, we have an off day. Saturday, I will see you for a live and review of the Champions League final. Liverpool versus Real Madrid, and a live and review of Toronto FC versus Chicago Fire. I have enough time where we could do both. And then on Sunday, of course, the second leg review and live for Pachuca versus Atlas. What can happen there? See you then. 3 more things this weekend and this month of May. Then the next time I'd see you is June 1st after these 3 matches. So have a good Friday. We're ready to have a good weekend. I will see you then. I'm out. Peace.